'cause I can't see you anywhere. 'Cause I don't wanna know, I swear I should go, no, I don't wanna let you down. You just wanna know how far I will go, 'cause you know I will stay around. So let me know where to go. So let me know where to go.
Yeah, so I got the Galaxy projector in Blue Nebula, Green Stars, but they do actually have a version of this which is Blue Nebula, Blue Stars, and I believe that is their newer. So you've got 3 modes. So I have it on the lowest if I'm going to sleep, which is perfect. You can just like faintly on the roof and it's not as bright when you're trying to go to sleep. Where when I'm watching a movie or recording, I've got it on the brightest setting. Another important thing to take note, you will need an adapter for this projector depending where you're from. It didn't come with the wall adapter for me, so I believe this is on a UK plug. So I have to use an adapter to obviously make it on an AU plug. Not a big deal, it's just another added cost you might want to be aware of, but if you're from the UK, you don't really have a lot more intense than the Twilight. There's more stars, the nebula's more spread out, and it's just a lot more, there's a lot more going on. So I feel like you'll either love this or you'll hate this. This is also a lot brighter, so you see it a lot clearer. I prefer each of them for different reasons, which I'll explain later on, but this one, the Bliss Lights, is great for showing up when you've got the TV on or other lights in your room. So I kind of prefer it for that fact that it actually shows up. It's also important to mention that this Starlight projector has a 6-hour timer, so it will shut off after 6 hours of being on. It's a really good indication of how long I've been streaming. But when you're sleeping, yeah, it's a lot longer of a timer. So if you do fall asleep to this, it will shut itself off, which is a really cool feature if you're using this for your kids or something. So the actual projection, the nebula swells around and so do the stars. You do have the option to just sit it still. I just have it animated because I think it looks, I don't know, it's just a vibe. I like it animated, but once again, personal preference. You do have different modes you can cycle through. I'll give you some examples now. You've got the stars only. You've got, which is like very trippy, and then you've got nebula only, and then you've got stars and nebula. So not too many options, but just enough. Okay, so another really cool thing about this projector, which I find a huge advantage to the Laser Twilight projector, is this is dead silent. Completely silent, does not make a sound. You would know if you saw my previous review, the Laser Twilight projector makes a loud buzzing noise when it's on. I don't know why, it buzzes so loud. It's not something you can sleep to, unfortunately. It's not a distraction when you're recording, it's not going to get picked up on the mic, it's just all around better when it comes to noise. I mainly just use this for when I'm streaming. As you can see right now, it's behind me, and you might not think it makes a big difference, but if I turn this off now, that looks quite cool. So if I turn the Starlight projector off, you can see it makes a huge difference. My wall looks really plain and it's just got the Nanoleaf and the LEDs at the moment. So I definitely like running this while streaming. It's unique. Nobody that I've seen so far has done it, which is why I chose to run a Starlight projector behind me.